Is that a thing? Or are people getting their anything on anymore?
Oh, look at those snugglers.
Oh.
We are best friends.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Oh, hang on. People to be where you can be. Your troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Oh, yes. The only show is filmed before a live studio audience. Hi, everybody. Hi, people. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. Hi, Fuzz McPherson.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. I know you. I know you. I know all you people.
Some frizz going on there.
Your hair looks fabulous,
gigantic.
actually.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just dry shampooed. That's not. Oh, that's you're not supposed to tell people that.
Is that true? The same way that I'm not supposed to tell people that I dye my beard, but I will say this.
Are we doing beauty secrets now? Beauty secrets of the. Yeah,
I have none. I have no beauty secrets because I have no beauty. However, and this is true, I've been noticing that my beard game is really on point.
You are looking great lately. Yes,
the
that's
beard,
true.
Not the rest of it. I'm not trying to overstate my mandate. Trust me here. Trust me when I say I'm not trying to say that I look great in any way, shape, or form. Anybody who, like, for example, if you knew me, say when I was like 18 years old, and you tuned in right now, I'd be like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ Almighty! That fellow was a handsome dish. I might have had sex with him, and now, no, thank you. No, get the trash bag. Take it on out. However, but I will say, and this is the God's honest truth, beard game is really working. So I'm using this shampoo. That previously I was using this like cream thing that you burn with a little brush and the whole thing, and basically it contains lye. So, and they've reformulated it a few times, right? So initially when I'm doing this, it's like, and I'm like, wow, this actually kind of burns a lot after I do it, and you know, you get in and everything just itches, and like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I went on some review site, high-end, some review site, and guys are like literally showing photos of themselves like these giant pustules on their face from what this product had done. Just for men, it's called. Just for men. To burn your face off, apparently, with lye. Because what better way to do it? So anyway, I've experimented around with certain things. They also have this little wand that's basically, it's mascara.
Wasn't that the one where someone left a review like, only use this if you want to look like a hobo costume from the 1930s or something?
Yeah, basically, if you want to look like a sad Emmett Kelly clown, you know, with like the, because there were some dyes, that would dye it so dark that you suddenly looked, you know, like you maybe were from the South Asian continent. if you catch my drift, very, very dark and swarthy. I'm Portuguese, but not like that of that extraction. And so anyway, so there was the wand thing, but that wasn't great because like they did as much as they could to keep it from like rubbing off on your clothes, but you couldn't wear a collared shirt with it because then you just wind up with this brown ring around. Remember ring around the collar? Yeah. So anyway, it was like that, only completely self-inflicted by this makeup that I was putting on my face. So then Lauro finds this shampoo that basically, it's sort of like Grecian formula. Remember Grecian formula?
Did I find it? I think you found it. Didn't you?
I don't know. The boss thought I lost weight. Remember that? And it's supposed to gradually take the gray out. Well, they've come a long way since the days when that was advertised on the Lawrence Welk Show, because I use this stuff. And the only thing that you have to remember is, first of all, and this is very strange, the dye in it is purple. It's purple, and for whatever reason, if you use that color on human hair, it tends to just make it darker. No one knows why. Well, I'm sure people know why. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Isn't purple the shampoo that you use on bleached blonde hair?
Perhaps so. Perhaps so. So anyway, the one thing that you have to do is you have to wear Carrie. You have to wear gloves. So that you can, because if you don't wear gloves, it dyes all of your fingernails purple. So, figured that out early on. And this is the God's honest truth. All my toenails are purple because I'll wash it and it'll go right down my front and then it winds up on my toenails and so. All of this long-winded way of saying we had time to kill. She was getting a beverage. It's just us.
I was just getting my water.
It's just us here. Just getting your water.
My delicious see-through water. Oh wait, it's not see-through.
Because
we're not green screen anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I get it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Now on that note. Well, this is welcome to Dead Week, kids. That's what this is. This is officially the period between Christmas. This is the first time I heard this year, that the period between Christmas and New Year's is officially called Dead Week. Did you know this prior to this year?
No, and I just also learned that we have to file a beneficial owner report. Apparently, I've never done that. Have you?
A beneficial owner because of our small business here with the Only Show?
No, we have a small business that we
have.
We have a small business. We've never filed that report. Whatever.
Only Show LLC
Yeah.
is how we're operating. That is our shell company. Actually, we're based in the Bahamas. Did you know?
Yeah.
This is an offshore tax.
We're paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah, we paid in exactly. We paid in Bitcoin.
We pay ourselves in Dogecoin.
Sure. Yeah. And by the way, I figured that you guys and listen. I have made it a practice to not follow what is happening in the news because it serves only to remind me.
Oh, I don't want to know
of how awful things are and how little control I have over them.
Listen, we tried, and I don't want to know what's happening because
fuck yourselves. You do this to yourself, America. But.
Oh, did they pause the form? Oh, good. We're having a small business chat.
Oh, okay. We're having a little sidebar about small business issues. Yeah. In any event. Now, Elon Musk, the quote-unquote Doge community, which is essentially made up of immigrants who have made their billions in Silicon Valley, these sort of techno-utopian types, and, the mouth-breathing MAGA base, the pitchfork, immigrants, that's what, literally, if you do overdubs, like, all you need to do when you ever watch interviews with MAGA types at, like, rallies and things like that, is you don't need to know what they're saying. That's what they sound like. So, those people are very, very upset because Elon Musk is in favor of continuing certain types of immigration, right? He wants to have immigration for, high-skilled jobs. He's like, well, that's what's made America great. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But also, another thing that's made the economy possible is low-skilled immigration. We have immigration all up and down the board.
Well, if you really think about it, America is based on immigration.
Some of it forced. A lot of it forced.
A lot of us are here because our ancestors came here as immigrants.
If your last name is not a sentence, you're probably the child of or an offspring of an immigrant or someone who was brought here against their will. Just fun facts. So anyway, they're fighting right now. Here, let me pull this up for you.
Oh gosh, sad. Olivia Hussey died. The Juliet from. She was young though, right? 60 something.
Who's this?
She was the Juliet from the movie, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh no, man. Well, that's very sad. All right. Well, tip your 40.
Joe Johnson says final 2024 insult. Well, 2024 has just so much to say for itself.
So much to answer for. So much to answer for. So here's one, Elon Musk, perhaps you've heard of him. The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies, is that made America strong is because of HB1. This is the Select Immigrant Program. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face, he says. Ladies and gentlemen, I will go to war on the issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. Well, first of all, English, obviously not as strong.
Wow.
So that last part of the sentence.
Let's review.
Not hanging together. But let's do review, shall we?
You are best friends with Donald Trump, who got himself elected by
promising to get rid of all the immigrants
to these people who you're now telling to fuck themselves in the face.
Exactly. Yeah. No. In any event, we're very.
I would love to watch how this is going to unfold. Oh.
We're very much here for this, and then also just really to kick things off. Certainly, when they teach about this period, it's going to be known as the blank era. When they teach about this period that we're in right now, It will be known.
It's the fuckface era.
It is. It's the fuckface era. Honestly, if they're allowed, hi David Seltzer, if they're allowed to teach in the future, if we have a country and classrooms in the future, not a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee at this point. But if we do, when they teach about this period, it'll be known as the blank era. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Oh, Kathy. We missed you, friend. We first of all, I should just apologize right now. We really.
Yeah, that was a bummer. We missed Christmas.
Christmas was a very sad affair. My mom had some pain that was unexplained, and we ultimately wound up having to take her to the emergency room, and then we weren't able to do the Zoom and stuff like that. And so I have, however, the good news is I have banked all of that for next year, and so really it's ultimately a time save for 2025. I've already prepared for Christmas 2025.
Believe me, we were just as sad as you, or if not sadder, we were sadder.
We were very sad. We missed all of
Christmas
you.
Christmas was very sad.
But we're here now.
It was a dumpster fire of a holiday. So.
Well, it's been a dumpster fire for the last couple of months. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Right, it's really not been ideal. We've not been thrilled with the way that 2024 has comported itself as it's showing itself to the door. Let's see. So when they teach about this period, it'll be known as the Idiocracy era. Correct. Swiftly, the Swiftly eras. Yeah, the Eras tour. The eras. That's what it'll be known as. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who are the ad wizards who came up with this era? The McMaga Apocalypse era. The Return of the Dinosaur era, Purple Shampoo era. Why not? Because, listen, it also leaves my beard lustrously soft, really. The Fall of Rome. Sure, Trump actually kind of looks like Nero, if you've seen historical depictions. But he cannot play a fiddle. Can't play anything as far as skin flute, I think is what Trump can play, is what I've heard. We're fucked with our pants on. Homo sapien finale. I did hear somebody say on Reddit, this final season of America is wild. Wild.
I look like a thumb
I look like a thumb here. I'm going to give this to Kathy for Homo sapien finale. We really are. This is our final season, coming into the final season here. So Kathy, off to a strong
fuck yourself in the face era.
Yeah. So Laura discovered this. Yeah, fuck yourself in the face era.
Oh, but we do have breaking news.
We do, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But anyway, so Laura decided that this right here is the error message for 2024, and I think that's right. I do. Something went wrong. Try again in a few minutes. Let's make a slogan, shall we? As 2024 is on its way out the door, make a slogan for the fucking dumpster fire that 2024 has proven itself to. I will not be sorry. Somebody said on My Liberal Pals the other day.
Goodbye, 2024.
Goodbye. Somebody said on My Liberal Pals that they were simultaneous. They've never felt the simultaneous feeling of wanting the past year to be gone and not looking forward to the next year.
Right. That is a concern.
That's kind of where we're at right now. It's not a great place to be.
So the past 6 weeks we've coined the slogan for 2024, which is 2024. Nothing is possible.
Nothing's possible. The less you know.
The less you know. Because every day someone comes here or something starts and we're like, don't even bother because that will be impossible.
Don't do it.
Right.
Don't do it. Listen, you're only setting yourself up for we shouldn't have even planned Christmas. Honestly, we were just setting ourselves up for disappointment. We shouldn't
won't work out.
It was so in keeping with fucking bomb cyclones and every other goddamn thing. It's just like, sure, it was the act of sheerest optimism to have planned anything.
So the bomb cyclone was 6 weeks ago, right? Yesterday is when the generator
finally got. Hey, and by the way, here's to Lauro here for being so fucking persistent. These guys were a bit of a clown car operation.
You really took it all the rest of the way though.
I mean,
because
you took it 95%.
Yesterday I had fucking had it. Every vendor who came to the house, I was like,
the eyes were spitting fire.
I was like, I lost my temper. That's it. And this guy said this thing to me, and I was like, I'm going. I'm gonna lose it.
There's a little mansplaining.
I'm gonna lose it.
There's a little mansplaining. I'm like, sir.
So I was kind of like raising my voice, and he was like, "You don't have to scream at me," and I was like, "I quit. Okay, I'm done."
No, thank you.
And you know he wouldn't say you don't have to scream to a man.
No,
right?
no. He wouldn't be saying that to me.
I wasn't screaming. I was simply saying, don't pitch yourself for a job of which you have no expertise, sir.
Which he did. And
He
didn't.
did.
And he didn't.
He was standing around Googling the solution. I'm like,
I was
are a
doing that.
professional installer.
Literally, the two of us, this professional installer, and I are literally doing the same thing on our phones, trying to Google the solution to this problem that we're seeing on the generator.
I was like, I don't know why you said you could install this thing when you're
told
Googling the thing.
You could work with men. Yeah, that's a line from Glengarry Glen Ross. So, dear Laura, this is yours. Let's make a slogan for 2024. 2024, fuck this shit, says Kathy. 2024, the other 2020. I think that's right, Fuzz. 2024, you whore, says David Salzer. Evolution's midlife crisis. Midlife? Oh, we should only be so lucky. Actually, part of Fermi's paradox, we've talked about this on the show before, is that part of the reason why it's postulated that we may not have been contacted by intelligent life from anywhere else in the universe is that all civilizations get to a certain point and then make themselves go extinct. There's a critical mass point where it's just like, and then we just collapse into a...
I thought you were going to say the aliens came here, they landed, and they went, nah.
And
then they left, right?
We're literally it makes sense because they're in New Jersey.
Fuck
It's like,
yourself in the face.
these people are fucking idiots.
No,
We got to get out of here.
wow, they seem real dumb.
Let's see. Evolution's midlife crisis. Don't make any plans, says Ange. The last hurrah. 25 can't be worse, am I right? Says Ray. Oh, my friend.
I don't even know if we want to tempt fate in that way.
It's going to be. Oh, we don't have to.
Yeah.
It's going to be. Somehow.
What if this is as good as it gets?
Exactly. It's all down. We're literally here. That's where we're going. I know you understand what you think I said, but I'm not sure you realize that what you heard is not what I meant, said Christina. Wow, that was a lot of rhetorical twisting, but I follow you.
Yeah.
We're all quite mad. 2024, not sad to see it end. Margarita time. Holy shit, what's next? No, God, no, that's funny. 2024, gateway to 1950. 2024, humanity's final days. We've lost our lease. We're slashing prices. Humanity is. Dear Laura, who had the funniest response to make a slogan for 2024?
2024. Oh my God, Ange is right. The year of Voodoo Steve.
It is the year of Voodoo Steve.
Ange had two funny
I'm not saying it that last second there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, she had Don't Make Any Plans
Right.
in 2024.
Yeah.
But that started out, the Voodoo Steve was how it started out. You're right.
Voodoo Steve! All right. So
this just in.
This just in, people.
Do your newscast. You had a whole bit that you were doing over dinner.
This just in. We go to our on-the-spot report. We go to the only show, News Chopper, for a late-breaking bulletin from Chet. Chet here. Yeah, that's right, Bob. Yeah, we have some late-breaking news right now. I'm killing time as I'm trying to.
Yeah,
to
what's
bring this,
going on
I'm
here?
trying to bring this thing up here.
Okay. This just in.
Yeah.
Bonnie's mad.
Bonnie's mad. Bonnie's very, very mad. And Bonnie's mad because she has positively had it, people. Here we go. Okay.
She's trying to give away meat. It's
not
working out.
Not working out. Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you?
So let's do a share screen here. I did not prepare this ahead of time.
Do we have a Voodoo Steve song?
People, please pay attention. She's period after each. To all info in a post. I cannot count how many people have asked me questions tonight. When the answers are in my freaking posts already, please don't comment without understanding what the post says. I ask, when could you pick up? Very few people bother to answer that question. My location is in the post. How many times I got asked where I'm located? That's okay, sure. Etc. Random cat picture included. Gilman Square Apartments. Oh, Bonnets. Oh my goodness. Listen, Bonnie's extremely disappointed with all of you poor people. She's absolutely had it with every single one of you. I feel like we should probably slip a missive to Bonnie.
Here's the thing. Bonnie's doing this this is her idea. This is a volunteer job that she came up with. Bonnie, you don't have to do this.
Not only do you not have to do this, when you do it, you don't have to be pissed off about it because You can just walk away at any point. Just like hand them somebody. Who do you have got a refrigerator full of meat? Throw it out on the front porch.
Now, if you don't
go
know,
back inside to your
Bonnie's
cats.
the go-between some source, and she distributes expired
We
meat
figure
to people.
it's the
and then she
the
yells
food,
at people.
the food bank.
Why?
Yeah.
Just stop. Anytime you could be like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
At any point you
This
could.
is not working.
Uh,
I'm
so-
stressed out.
so-
I keep posting about my cats.
So we're calling an audible tonight. What's Bonnie's next volunteer job? What is
boy.
Bonnie's next volunteer job? What's she gonna do after this? After she's absolutely had it with poor people, can't do it another day.
Or frugal people. Anybody she's giving free meat to. Like, she's fed up with all of y'all.
She's fed up with all of you.
I'm the only one.
Oh,
who
you're the only one who paid.
included a specific
You-
pickup time in my ask.
You
Do
included a
not message
specific-
without being invited to, please.
You got invited to message. You're probably Bonnie's favorite if she had to pick. Right, of all of the people that she's given away meat to, warm expired meat on her porch.
I did over the summer. I did cry on her porch.
You did, because you're
did.
standing there holding a bag of warm pork chops.
And I was like, why
that
did I
expired
commit
2
to the
days
bit
prior.
this much?
Oh, you know what? You do though. You
Well,
do.
I just wanted to make you guys laugh, over Bonnie's beef, and it was
we
been
could
a long time coming.
we could do a fun bit, and the fun bit would basically be like
a live vlog
Yes,
from Bonnie's porch.
It's medieval meat days, because of course there was no refrigeration,
Okay.
and the reason why spices were developed was to hide the flavor of rotting meat. So
Right.
I think we would just bring the rotting meat back to the home and just douse it with a little thyme. Right?
Sure.
Any rosemary will get some very strong seasonings in here. You won't even notice that Bonnie's meat
Cooking
is
with
expired.
Bonnie's beef.
Cooking with Bonnie's beef. Honestly, the trichinosis goes down so much easier with a little bit of paprika on top. Oh my goodness. Num num.
Fuzz has a Bon theory. She will charge for the expired meat as a part of the Bon Keto diet program.
Bon keto,
Bon
sure.
Keto.
And the way that the Bon Keto diet works is you basically get dysentery from the meat,
Right.
and then you can't eat for like 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
then you lose tons
You're
of weight.
so sick.
Oh, you're skin and bones after that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Trichinosis. What are all the things you can get from expired meat, aside from regular food
You
poisoning?
can get trichinosis. You can get salmonella. You can get is trichinosis what
Nino.
you get from pigs? I
Yeah.
think that's it. It's fabulous. E. coli. Get E. coli.
She's botulism consultant.
Botulism Bonnie. Botulism Bonnie. Ladies and gentlemen, brand new.
Botulism Bonnie.
Botulism Bonnie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Meat testing for avian flu, says Ant. That's coming.
She's
Just
very mad.
get ready. Bird flu's coming, kids. That's that. Yep. If you honestly, but that is on my 2025 bingo card as
Bird
a
flu?
bird flu outbreak.
It's happening now.
I know, but it's going to get bigger. What I'm
It's
saying
why
is,
the eggs are so expensive.
yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, they keep having to euthanize birds, which is such a nice way of saying slaughtering, and just killing them in mass nanny for the musk human shields. That's very funny. Let's see. So Bonnie's next volunteer job: cat gut stringer for exclusive instruments. Let's see. Yelling at the town crier when the media has been shut down. Vegan hip hop queen. Botulism consultant, dead. That is her next volunteer gig. Meat beater on the corner of 42nd and 5th. She's going to start that's where the library is. She's going to start a thriving business selling her unwanted QVC's late night buys. Hi, everybody. It's Bonnie. She's got like manicured nails.
She's doing a Facebook Live.
Exactly. I love it. She's going to come here on the show and start giving away meat here. Handing out expired medication to tent cities. That's
right.
Oh, and you win.
That's the one.
Give it the hand.
That's the one.
CEO for the Lonely Show. Okay, I like that. And neighborhood vector control. Okay, yeah, so nicely done. And just cleaning up so far.
Does
kids. She's
anybody know
obviously on the
why-
beat tonight.
I have this horrible fear of expired food, but I will take expired medication all day long.
Well, I think the reason
It's really
why
weird.
we're okay with the expired medication is
Yeah.
it just loses its efficacy. It's not
Yeah.
like it doesn't change in the same. It doesn't become poisonous in the same way that expired food can, because it doesn't decay. It just
Right.
loses its potency. Is my understanding. Now, those of you who are watching / listening might be like, no, that's not true at all. It can absolutely kill you. Don't be a fucking fool. Anyway, we figured out a slogan for 2024. So now, on the very verge, let's make a slogan for 2025, shall we? Make a slogan for, it's not here yet, but let's just get out ahead of the curve. Make a slogan for 2025.
Proceed with caution.
She's gonna I gotta go, I'm clogged up. I gotta get some nasal spray. Excuse me.
Kathy says she's going to guard Barb's yard to
Guard
expel
Barb's
hookers.
yard. That's
Okay.
good. I like that. That rhymes.
Here's what about Barb, okay? Barb and I, and we all go to the same UPS store to get our mail. And so I went to go pick up some packages, and underneath the packages were some of Barb's packages, and I was like, oh, if only she were nice, because I would get them for her and bring them to her house, but she's not, and she would yell at me if I touched her mail. So I was like, oh, so it's like Christmas Eve or something, or the day before Christmas Eve, and I'm like, oh, I bet those are packages she needs, but I'm not gonna get them for her. See, this is how your behavior has a ripple effect into your life, because, sorry.
Don't be like Barb. I think the moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, don't be like Barb.
Yeah. So I would have brought her packages to her house because I'm a nice person.
Sure.
But there's no way I'm doing that because she's Barb.
Laura's love language is acts of service.
It is.
She would totally do that.
I would totally do that. That would totally be something I would do, and someone who received that would be like, oh my God, that's so thoughtful. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. But she would not.
She wouldn't.
So she
She
doesn't
wouldn't,
get that. No.
Let's see. Make a slogan for 2025. Sorry, I was high, says Christina. Nah, man. Nah, says Fuzz. That's very funny. I like that. 2025, quarter way to hell. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Eric Atwood.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Taking expired medication is just having permission to take more than what's recommended.
That's right.
And Ange knows her drugs. Ladies and gentlemen,
correct.
she knows her drugs. See no evil, hear no evil,
Ange
etc.
has taken more drugs than you.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. Stay home, stay safe. COVID-19 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, says Ray. Don't invite fucking Darcy to the party.
That's it.
Oh, no, Mr. Bill. This is your brain on drugs. Monkey see, monkey get a prescription. Is this me or you?
It's
this
me.
Is you. Who had the funniest response?
Gosh, I want to give it to Ange for don't invite fucking Darcy to that party. And I'm going to.
I was going to say, you don't have to, you don't need permission. You can just do it.
Well, I try not to give
our
it
show.
to one person 3 times in a row, but here we are.
Listen,
Ange has her
she's
funniest funny
in
pants
fuego.
on. And
Unstoppable.
she has a child who's upstairs coughing right now.
Not good.
And we're going to hope that she doesn't get the flu.
We're going to hope she doesn't get whatever that is. So listen, you guys remember a couple weeks ago when Laura mentioned that Eric had come over to get the wood chipper and was asking for a part that he needed lest the machinery become exponentially more dangerous to operate. And may I remind you, it's a wood chipper.
And I don't know if you remember,
And
but he was
said,
like, I
gave
handed it to you.
And I'm like, there's your first mistake. Your first and only mistake. The only mistake you need to make if you never want to see said item again. But guess what Laura located? Boom, there it is.
Right, so there's the part,
That's the
and
part.
so let it be known,
Yep.
if you come to my house and you hand me something, it's going to take 5 or 6 weeks for me to find
5 or
it
6
again.
weeks to
So
find it.
if you need it, there it is.
What else did Laura lose than just find? What else did Laura lose and then just find? By the way, it is so nice to see you guys here tonight. We really did miss you all on Christmas, and it's so nice to be hanging out here on the Fine broadcast tonight. We of course, I don't know if my mom is watching, but if she is, of course, we send well wishes to her. She has been having a very rough go of it, so we wish her a speedy recovery from what she is currently
Listen,
enduring.
I don't operate the wood chipper, okay? I just own the wood chipper. Lesson learned, don't put things in Lori's hands. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. What had happened was somebody came over and gave me a quote for chipping and like cleaning a whole bunch of yard crap. And I was like, I'm just going to buy the wood chipper, and then Eric and Stefan and I can like feed wood into the wood chipper, and then
it's perfect on
for
paper.
less than the price that this guy's going to charge. And
Right.
since then, we've all used the wood chipper. Not me, I don't do it. But
But we did,
Eric's used it a
we
few
did a
times.
ton of yard cleanup with the help of one Eric Atwood, because
Right.
quite frankly, neither of us really trust ourselves to get
Right,
our
yeah.
limbs around something.
It's mostly just Eric
Yeah,
that
it's
uses
mostly
it,
Eric.
so.
But Eric comes by and gets it, and it's been a good purchase.
I could just give it to Eric.
I was going to say, Merry Christmas, Eric Atwood.
Eric, do you want a wood chipper for Christmas?
You don't
You've
need
been
it.
terrifically
Actually,
funny
he
this
doesn't.
year.
He doesn't want it
Yeah.
because he can fucking store it here for free. It
That's
doesn't
true.
take up any room in his garage. and
He's
he
like,
can use
it's
it whenever
already
he wants.
mine. It's just in your. I'm
Exactly.
the only one that uses
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
It was anyway. It was better to just buy it and then have it, whatever. Who
Eric
cares?
learned, don't put things in Lori's hands. That is correct.
That is right. That's right.
Well, some things you can. Hi-yo, thank you very much.
I
She
chipped
hasn't
the
lost
shit
it
out of
yet.
that stuff.
She hasn't
Eric,
lost
do
it
you
yet.
want that wood chipper? It's fine. It's already paid for itself in my eyes.
My marbles, says Kathy. Glad Jen is okay. Thank you, David. Yeah, we are as well. Some time for self-care, says Christina.
I did lose that.
$817 worth of empty Kirkland seltzer cans in her car. She
Oh my
does
God,
collect them.
he knows me well.
She does collect them. That copy of Sesame Street Disco on cassette. Did they do a disco album?
Oh wow.
Wow, I didn't remember that they did. Virginity. Steve's number.
That was years ago.
Voodoo Steve's number. I chipped the shit out of that stuff, says Eric. Her ability to withstand your bullshit, Voodoo Steve. The second cup. She never has one at home. Damn tight. Her cool. The lotion. Is this you or me?
This is you.
This is
I had my cool, and then man, did I lose my cool twice yesterday.
It happens.
Twice.
Listen, it's,
But then we did a whole game called Good Cop Psycho Cop.
yeah.
Which is I'm sure you were like, man, look what I have to live with.
I
Can
did
you help
not
me
say that.
install this?
I didn't say that. I would never say that. No. I'm not that kind of guy. Like,
That
first
would
of all,
be okay if you did that.
I never side with anybody against you ever. That's just not. Laurel and I we're a unified front.
No,
We-
I'm saying if you had used my psychosis to get, the generator fixed, that would have been
Oh,
okay.
yeah, but I mean, the only way that could have gone down is like, hey, good boy, I got it, the ball and Jane got to
Look
live
how
with that.
mad she is. Fix it for me. She's mad.
Oh, yeah. You think she's mad at you. Wait until we get back inside. You're going to take it out on me. That wouldn't have flown with this guy.
No.
He didn't give a shit.
He didn't give
All
a
right,
shit.
let's see. So,
he ghosted us on course. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna lose my cool again if I start talking.
but just for I think sheer accuracy, let's go with Fuzz for $817 worth of empty Kirkland seltzer cans. Something magical is happening in Portland tonight. I can't put my finger on what it is, but the funny, hot and cold running funny
Wow.
is happening in Portland. Let's see, we have a...
Christina, her 25 goal is making a way to visit us. It is time.
yes,
Please,
I love that.
come
Please.
and be our guest judge. See our studio.
Okay. So,
Sleep in the fabulous guest room.
So last night we spark up the old Netflix as we are wont to, and we see that they have a video of a fireplace available that just kind of runs, and so it's right above. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
We were amusing ourselves last night.
Completely amusing ourselves. With this, we just thought that was. I don't know. I honestly, my thought was, you eat your heart out, Marshall McLuhan. You know nothing of my work. Anyway, caption this video. Caption that video. I found it elegantly. Just I thought
We
it was,
finally regained our sanity, and that's what we did with
That's
it.
what we did with it.
with our free time.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Whatever.
But don't judge. Don't judge. We do it ourselves.
Finally, we have an evening to ourselves after 6 full weeks of chaos.
We danced.
And we had a little
We had
dance
an 80s
party.
dance party last night.
We watched Friday night videos.
Dude, so if you guys are ever in the mood, now Friday night videos were basically a poor man's, literally, MTV, and in the case of my family, we lived kind of out in the sticks, and we couldn't get cable, and I was so envious of all my friends who had MTV, and I couldn't get it, and all I wanted to do was watch music videos, and the only music videos that I could get were on Friday night videos. And lest you forget, those were not the best videos. This is not like 120 minutes kind of shit. This is like, fucking Lionel Richie and Elton John, and it's just like, grrr, John Cougar Mellencamp, that kind of shit. But what was really cool is, and you can find this, if you type in Friday Night Videos on YouTube, you will find a number of recordings of broadcasts of Friday Night Videos from the 1980s complete with commercials. One was from like Kentucky, the other one was from like New Jersey, and you're seeing all
The
these
commercials
regional
were really the reason to watch it.
So
I mean,
great.
it was so great.
There was this one advertisement that came on with a bunch of them that was like for underalls, but it wasn't underalls.
Slenderalls.
Slenderalls, exactly. And it was like this British.
Women are too fat.
You women are too lumpy and
Yeah.
fat, boy oh boy. Make America Beautiful Again was the pitch of the ad, and it was just these cartoons of going through these women with normal waists, and then they suddenly
Yeah.
transformed into slender
Yeah.
waists, and I'm like, that was a time. And then there was something for Sergio Valente, and it was the
jeans.
1980s.
Yeah.
In a commercial. It was like neon video and lights and like the hair and the high-waisted Z Cabaricci style pants on the men, and it just like, anyway, I can't recommend it enough. We had a great time. We had a fabulous time. And at one point, a 38 special video came along, and we were like, this song is a testament to 80s radio because it's not a great song. I mean, it's a fucking earworm. I mean, and we're like singing along. We know every word. This is what I miss. Keep
So caught up in you, little girl.
And we knew every fucking word to this goddamn thing because, and I can't stress this enough, if you were listening to the radio in the 1980s, particularly somebody else in the car, they're like, no, don't change the channel.
No, just-
There's
it's fine.
something you'll
It's
like. We'll
fine.
be on that. Just and say, like, well, listen to
Or
this song.
if you got a ride from a friend and you just listen to the friend's music, right?
You had to.
You know, you're like, all right, you like Def Leppard, I guess.
I am.
I guess I'll listen to it.
So Kathy says, fire. That's very funny. I like that. Fire on fire party, hotter than hot. Where's the Swedish girl? See, because Swedish people are hot. They're
I
hot.
see.
Who needs immigrants when we've got this? That's very funny. The fire is always bigger on top. Business on the top, party on the bottom. This is yours, I believe. Alethea is here.
No, it's you.
Wait, no, I just did the last one.
Okay.
Eternal Flame, yay the Bangles. It looks bigger on TV. That's very funny, Eric. Top 2 levels of hell, monkey see, monkey do. The camera adds 10 flames. Go Daddy Dungeon Digs, burning from top to bottom. Narrator, as you can see, the lamination of the capybara's testicles did nothing to dissuade him from attempting his friend. He had the armadillo. Hotter than hot, 2024, 2025. That's funny. Hot on hot on hot. Oh crap, what are we selling? 38 special. ChatGPT, show me the meaning of Christmas. Butt stuff. Damn, how you gonna pick?
Christina had 3 funny answers.
She did.
So I'm
Very
going to
good.
give it to Christina.
So listen, New Year's Eve is coming up, and we're going to kick this year in its ass. And did I have another photo for this? Right. Yeah. So
How much
My
sage
friend-
do we need to get rid of 2024?
we need a giant Cheech and Chong style
There you go.
spleef of sage to get through this thing. So my friend Jack is looking at this article about emergency rooms around the holidays and some of the things that get inserted, and this comes up.
into people's butts
Well, I mean, I think it speaks for itself.
and
Sure.
vaginas.
Well, and your
penis.
urethras, which is just horrifying to me. I can't even think of that.
Yes, I've sent this delightful article to a few of you, and you've said, wow.
Well, so anyway, this came from my friend Jack, and he also wrote a clue to go with it. On New Year's Eve, to help celebrate the passing of 2024, I plan on sticking blank inside my blank. On New Year's Eve, to help celebrate the passing of 2024, I plan on sticking blank inside my blank. Wow. We need something to watch after this. We're out of shows.
We're out of
I
shows.
don't know what to do.
Sticking blank
Christina says
inside my blank.
she'll bring some sage when she visits. You better bring all the sage,
Yeah.
my friend, because honestly,
A suitcase full of sage is what we need for this year.
something you determined that something. Oh well, first of all, the storm. The fucking storm happened, and that really kind of shifted things. And ever since then, everything. Well, we actually can really trace it to Voodoo Steve, can we not? But Voodoo Steve was your birthday this year, and good things happened this year.
That's right.
Right. I was going through and being like, there were good things that happened. Like I
I
did the
plan on
sock
sticking my body inside my bed.
body
That's good.
and staying there. That is honestly one of the best ways to celebrate New Year's. I find is going the fuck to bed.
Yeah.
It really is. Just like goodbye.
New Year's Eve,
Goodbye,
or
year.
as we like to call it, amateur hour. Well, I've never enjoyed New Year's Eve. Have you?
Never. No. It's always amateur hour, and quite honestly, I don't. So
I'm sticking hot dogs in my hot dog hole.
that's funny. Ray will back me up on this. Celebrating the turn of a year could happen at literally any moment of any day.
Right.
Any day of the year. It's
Start
arbitrary.
at any time.
It's an arbitrary choice.
Yeah.
We could literally say 5, 4, yay, happy
now.
whatever right now. 8:41 on December 28th. Here we are. We're in a brand new year. You could do it that way. It's just arbitrary that we happen to do it on this one particular day in the middle of the winter solstice. And it is in the middle of the, it's not like, it would make kind of more sense if it were, say, between like midway between the summer equinox and the winter equinox, but it's not. I don't think, to the best of my knowledge, it's just.
Well, you know, when you're a kid, you kind of judge everything on like the year could end in June and begin in September. Like,
Well, it
because
generally
that's your
does.
school year,
Of
right?
course, because that's those months.
Why isn't New Year's just freaking
those
June?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah. Why not? Build it around the school year.
Yeah.
And also, let's be clear. The June to September, those months where you go away and you like get you get new clothes, you get a new
tan.
haircut, you
Yeah.
get a tan, you
Try to
work out,
reinvent
and
yourself.
you come back and you're like, whoa, what happened
Like a
to
whole new
Steve
person.
Cox?
Yeah.
Woo! What a babe. What happened there?
Did you do that? Did you have a transfer?
Oh,
Summer
of course
transfer?
I did. I went like,
Did you have a summer glow up?
I'm going to start wearing cologne.
Wow.
I said, I'm going to purchase cologne.
Is that when you got a lady
Polo
friend?
shirts. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, ma'am.
You got a lady friend over summer?
No, it wasn't over summer, but it certainly, I took the opportunity during the summer to really,
Glow up.
Glow up, to up my game.
Okay.
To up my game. Let's see. So on New Year's Eve, to celebrate the passing in 2024, I plan on sticking blankets on my blank. Candy canes inside my gerbil, says Christina. Body/bed, boogie in my butt. Hot dogs in the hot dog hole. Hopes inside my medication. Xanax mouth, says Kathy. Vodka into wife. You know, hey, you might get lucky. You never know. Let's see. My herp, says Ray. My nose into my business. My independent business taxes inside my ballot. Your titties into my pie hole. Mother effing snakes into
Yes,
mother
mother
effing
effing
plane.
plane. Again, how are we allowed to do that?
I don't know. Ange says she loves us so much that we are making her laugh so hard. From our house
You're
to
making
yours.
us laugh
I was going to
so
say,
hard.
certainly it's to complete at that game, my friend.
This is our one laugh of the week.
It really is, consistently, and you people provide it. Passport into my escape plan. Kathy had like 5 different
It's so true.
wonderful.
It's so
I was
true.
wrong to give that one to Kathy. That round goes to her. So listen, one of the things that we were planning on New Year's, we were planning on having some young fellows over. Jack's boys were going to come by, and we were going to decorate gingerbread men was what we were going to do before dinner, have dinner, do the Zoom.
And I volunteered for this. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys. I am the cake wreck queen, right? Like, I make things that are delicious, but they don't look that
Right.
And that's always been, I don't know why I can't make them look decent, but
But it's funny, and
lo
we
and behold,
come to accept.
I make the gingerbread. And it's pretty hard to make gingerbread men. Like, it's not easy. You have to roll out the dough, and we have to chill it first and make it all like so that it's the right consistency. And then I rolled it out, and I made the gingerbread men. And then I looked in the oven, and here's what I saw. That looks like something you fished out of the East River on Law and Order. What's that?
Laurel has decided that these look bloated. I think they look fine.
They look like
honestly, I think-
corpses.
Hi. How's it going? Hi.
They still look like that, actually.
Like, I think we should change the orientation of the show.
Yeah.
We should do the rest of the
Hi.
show. We'll just do the rest of the show like
Hi.
this. Yeah.
Hi.
There you go. Anyway,
We're
so,
okay.
Yeah. Everybody's like, "Whoa, hey, don't do that." Hey,
We're okay. They're all seasick now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, remember that time we took the phone outside, did science experiments?
We can do that again.
Anyway, what happened to those gingerbread men? What happened to those gingerbread men?
What happened to them? Like, did we eat them? Or-
No. Meaning, why? You said that it looked like they had washed up on the shores of the Hudson,
Yeah.
Following being, drowned.
They got
what
2020
actually?
forward.
They did. They got 2020 forward.
Where your intentions start out.
Bloated.
And then mystery cookies where Pictionary meets baking. That's exactly right. I know what I want, but then I can't actually execute it. They ended up on a YouTube crime podcast. They look pretty bad. I know. I'm not making any apologies for them.
I can't believe I still have remnants of this cough. I'm just like, it is.
That flu was horrific.
This flu
I
has
don't
lasted
think
now.
I don't think I've seen you that sick in.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's
probably 20
I don't
years.
have it anymore. But like, honestly, the residual has. You know, I still have evidence of it.
When were you last that sick?
17 or 18.
You had the flu in.
I was trying to remember. So I had actually gone to this audition. This voiceover audition at the CBS lot. I remember this. My agent called and he's like, "I've got this, you know, I'm fucking this is CBS, go." You know, I'm like, "But I'm dying." And he's like, "Fucking figure it out. Die later. Go." So I get in my car and I go down there, and I actually felt kind of bad about it. I didn't even tell him. You know, and I hate doing that because it's like I didn't want. Hi, Stephen Cox, influenza A. I didn't want to do that, but I was sicker than a dog, and that honestly might be the last time I remember being quite this sick. It was so bad. Being this sick was so bad.
How bad was it?
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I was laughing at Carrie's answer. I'm giving her the point. Those gingerbread men are going through perimenopause.
That's very funny. Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Is that why they're bloated?
They're dead. They're bloated. They look terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, but anyway, like the bottom line was, it was I was so sick that like this time around that I literally just blocked out time to moan. I just laid in the bed and just like, let's see, it's mystery cookies when picturing meets baking. YouTube crime pod. They did the Trump diet. They were conscripted. Poor genetics.
You were so sick that at certain points I would call you on the phone because ain't no way I'm going in that room, right?
No.
But I brought you
Virus
food.
with wings in there. Yeah.
I had 2 masks on in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would call you like, "Hey, did you take your Tylenol?" You're like, "No," and I have to go back to moaning now.
I have to go back to moaning. Thanks. That's let's see. You put them in
He's
the oven.
in the next room. I'm not like shunning him or anything. Like he's I took care of him.
She took very good care of me.
Yeah.
You put them in the oven. Of course, they are corpses. Hi-oh, they forgot their Ozempic. Texas gingerbread men. They didn't come to America with H-1B visas and therefore have been eliminated. That's funny. Let's see. Bonnie's gingerbread men. Let's see. And then the winning answer, of course,
They're expired.
That Lori awarded was they're going through perimenopause. COVID bred men. R. Kelly and a pack of 8 balls. We're escaping the Grinch. Pop Rocks and Pepsi, they fucked around and found out. They have high cortisol. I never talk about exes. The flu is the worst. Yes, it is.
Oh, by the way, if you think you're having a bad Christmas, how bad is it?
How bad was your Christmas?
My father has COVID
had
and
COVID and strep throat. So we're doing better than poor Colonel Ken. Yeah.
I think he's fine now. He took back.
I'm so glad.
He seems fine.
All right, on to the speed round. The soundtrack to my life is written and performed by blank. Everybody's got one. Who performs the soundtrack of your life? The soundtrack of my life is written and performed by, I'd say Laura's is somebody wearing black eyeliner. Brothel creepers.
I'm going to say Peter Murphy.
Peter Murphy.
I'd say Morrissey, but he's canceled to me. So.
Fuck Morrissey, man. I just honestly.
Johnny Marr can do the bass soundtrack to my life.
That's good. I have never had a hero fall as far from grace as quickly as one Stephen Morrissey fell from. That guy just turned out to be a goddamn unreliable asshole, didn't he? Wow. It's terrible. I loved that guy.
Performed by the Chipmunks. Alvin!
Oh, my dad
hated
the Chipmunks. Oh,
no one hated the Chipmunks.
Oh my God!
Like Jim Cox,
and
like for no reason. That's horrible.
And he didn't like the sound of the sped up voice and the whole fucking thing. And yeah, so what's weird about
Eric
that
says
song?
The Pips, just the Pips, not Gladys Knight.
Not Gladys Knight, just the Pips. That's funny. What's weird about that song, in addition to the fact that it's basically one guy doing all the voices and he's doing them all very slowly, and then when you speed it up, it's like that's how the whole thing is done. It's just basically this guy named Dave something or other. But what's weird about the song, if you listen to it, I'm talking about the Christmas Time Is Here song, is that they sing the first verse, and this is just on the radio, and there's a whole verse with no words and no solo and no instrumentation. It's like, what are you giving the record some? What are you doing? It just plays. All right, well, that was very good, you Chipmunks. It's very silly.
Eric says Mungo Jerry. In the
Mungo
summertime.
If her daddy's rich, then you want to like try and get in your pants. If her daddy's poor,
Just
do what you feel.
please. Do what you feel.
Do what you feel. It says basically, don't worry about forcing yourself upon this girl if she's not really worth marrying. That's the message of that song, Mungo Jerry.
Kathy's going with the soloist the funeral home provided.
Ooh, that's dark.
Ooh, that's
Soundtrack to My Life is written and performed by Only Show Fans. Only fans. Only Show Fans.
Only show fans.
Wow, I hadn't put that together until just now. Nickelback, The Pips, You, says Christina. Robin Fab, That Busker on the Corner. Mike TV. Oh, of course, yeah, your brother.
That's right.
Mike Torres. The Spin Doctors, Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
It's
What
true.
I am is what I am, you what you are or what.
I'm singing two different songs.
Sure, but that's fine. That's fine. The
We're
Eagles, Voodoo Steve, the soloist, the funeral home provided. Kermit the Frog, Dear Laura Hood, the finished response. So the soundtrack of My Life is written and performed by
it's
Blank.
you.
Oh, well, then I'll give it to Kathy for the soloist at the funeral home.
I don't know that it really matters, but
doesn't
these
matter.
are the rules we follow.
We arbitrary rules we ourselves came up with and decided. The Tubes, oh, White Punks on Dope. Oh wow, that's pretty funny. She's a beauty, just one in a million, girl.
One in a million, girl.
When I want to get to know somebody, like at a party or whatever, I get to know them. I'm talking to a stranger. I don't ask what they do for a living. That's boring. Who cares? I ask them about their blank. When I want to get to know someone, I like to ask them about their blank. Laura asks very interesting questions of people. But boy, oh boy, one of the contractors who showed up the other day was a ginger, and she instantly jumped into, do you have to have more Novocaine? You have to have more Novocaine? My ginger brother.
I was like, let's talk about your genes. Do you have to have more Novocaine? Do you, I don't know. I was like, did you know that gingers are going extinct, but they're actually not?
I didn't know. I had not heard, that gingers were going extinct, and I had not heard that they're not going extinct.
Oh, everybody says gingers are going extinct because we're only 1% of the population.
Sure.
But you always see new ginger babies. Like my cousin has a red-haired baby.
That's
so.
because you gingers are hot. So
Oh,
everybody wants to
there you
breed
go.
with a ginger.
You think that.
Redheaded chicks are hot.
I asked them about their last experience at the dentist. I asked them about their hot cross buns. This is all fictional though, because you don't go to a party and talk to strangers.
Yeah, no, I don't. I need a break from humans, and I've decided I just am going to take a sabbatical from other carbon-based life forms, except for my wife and my dog and my mom, for a little bit. These last couple of months have not made me feel great about humanity.
No.
And I'm just like, I can't. So, the present company accepted, of course, but like going and meeting new people, abso-fucking-lutely not. I will not go to any environment where I have to go and meet somebody or interact with, and I'm not going to any I'm not doing it. No. We're closed.
You don't like people.
Well, I love these people. I love you people. I love all of you, but I'm just a no new people. I'm on a no new people. Let's see. So I get to ask somebody about their reading habits. That is actually legitimately, I will ask somebody, are you working on anything you're excited about? Because that's really all that matters in your life. Are you
David
fucking
Sedaris
sailing
has
around
this
the
whole thing
world?
where he just asks people weird questions, like, when was the last time you touched a monkey?
When was the last time you were in the same room as a dead person? Right. That's
Sure.
no, yeah. Let's see. Ballot choices: hot cross buns, lotion preference, gingerbread veils. Says Eric.
I really like. What's the strangest thing that's happened to you recently?
Yeah.
And then
you're very good with that.
I really want to know.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really do.
You're on number 10. This is you. Trust funds, plural. So David wants to see if they have trust funds. So if he knows, he should be talking to them, I suppose. Extreme hotness, ginger nudes. Sure, let's show me all of your ginger nudes. Let's see them naked. Condom preferences, kimono, micro thin condom. Chloroform reaction time.
You know, what expression I hate is open the kimono.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that.
No, it's like a
expression
business.
I know,
Like,
it's-
let's open the kimono and see their business practices. No, I don't want to do that.
I don't like that. Public transit schedule. Carpet. Does it match the drapes? Hourly rate. That's very funny, Kathy. Body aches and pains. Listen, we've all got them. Self-esteem issues after calling them fatty. Voting choices. Well, yeah, I honestly know who I won't be talking to when I find out the voting choices. For sure. Carpet color, therapist techniques, wood chipper, and if it's available. Oh, that's very funny. It's yours, kid.
Do you own a wood chipper?
Do you own a wood chipper?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going with Eric.
You gotta.
Is your wood chipper available?
Exactly.
This is what you need to know about your new friends.
Listen, if I could be famous for one thing, I'd be famous for my blank. If I could be famous for one thing, I'd be famous for my blank. Christina says she wants to get to know. She asked them about their ability to tolerate me. Oh, everybody! Christina is never like that. You're honestly one of the very coolest. Anybody who knows Christina is honored to do so, and this is a fact. I've known you for 34 years.
Okay, this is a good discussion point.
Story.
Fuzz says, I asked them about their thoughts about he says thoughts about cutting the crust off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay. This is from the last round,
of course.
But I would say I like the crust.
Yes, you do like the crust, and I've come to like the crust okay.
Yeah.
I didn't used to. I used to absolutely, I wouldn't ask anybody to. I wouldn't ask my mom, please cut the crust. I wouldn't do that. But if I were making a sandwich for myself, I would always cut the crust.
I'm the one that will take the two heels.
Yeah.
I like the crust so much, I'll just take the crispy outer.
I don't mind the crust when it's toasted, because then it's got kind of a crispy edge to it. But there was something just about, I don't know why, there was something about the crust that was just like, I don't know. Particularly that wheat bread, that 90 billion grain wheat bread.
I like it.
Oro wheat bread crust.
I like
it's
it.
Like it's
that
dark
white bread forms a dough ball in your mouth that gives me anxiety.
Actually, yeah, it'll get stuck on the roof of your mouth.
I'm like, I won't be able to swallow this. It's going to choke me to death.
And all of a sudden, you're like a dog with too much peanut butter in their mouth.
Yeah, that's it.
This is how we fool our dog into taking pills. We give her big
a hunk
wads
of peanut
butter, and then she just. The last guy, our last dog, actually used to literally work his tongue around he didn't trust us. Right? He's like, and then he spit out the pills. I'm like, you bastard, eat those pills, or I'm gonna have to shove them down your throat. He's like, all right, fine. Go for it. Let's see. I'd be famous for one thing. I'd be famous for my ability to not be famous. You and me both, Kathy. I used to very much want to be famous when I was younger, and boy, oh boy, am I glad that never came to pass, because that just seems really.
That seems like it'd be really high maintenance
and just inconvenient, and having to just. But boy, you talk about not wanting to deal with people and strangers. They're all up in your bed. What's weird is, and if you think about this, right? You took time to write something that meant something to you, a song, a novel, whatever it is, and you did that, and that was a labor of love, and you put it out into the world.
Right.
And then somebody has their own personal experience with it, and they don't know you, but they feel a compulsion often to come up to you and say, hey, I had this experience with you. You're in a completely different place now. You are not in any way, shape, or form in that mental space that you were in when you made that thing 20 years ago or whatever the fuck it was. But the thing that you did was you have to be gracious. You must be. You must be gracious, because what are you, a fucking psychopath asshole? It's you're not going to be yeah, well, fuck off, fan, unless you're Van Morrison, which apparently he does do that.
Is this your own personal experience? Someone has come to you and you've been
No, I've seen it up close. I don't even remember that. I've seen it up close with because I've been around a lot of famous people, both through the work that I've done as an interviewer, and then also my work in the music industry, and I've been around a lot of famous people, and I've seen people come up to them and they'll basically just gush their hearts out, and I can see that person kind of going into auto mode. They just kind of go into automatic. Yes, that's yes.
Well, they
thank
only
you.
have so
Thank
much
you.
mental energy.
They do, and they want to just finish their fucking meal.
Right.
And I get that. So
I'm eating a sandwich. Can you just leave me alone?
Exactly. I'm just trying to have lunch here. Do you mind? Wood chipper preference. Famous for my wood chipper preferences, Ray. Kazookestra. That's an orchestra of kazoos, which we had at our wedding. My wedding.
Well, that's what Fuzz, I think, is referring to the anniversary party, Kazookestra.
Yeah. Let's see, angle
Where
of
we entertained Steve,
we
the tow truck
entertained
driver.
Steve, the tow truck driver. Oh, and boy, was he entertained. That guy wanted to take a lug wrench to all of our fucking skulls.
All of us.
Angle of the dangle in proportion to the heat of the meat. We were always told, eat the crust, it puts hair on your chest. Well, sure, that's what woman, self-respecting woman, doesn't want a full chest of David Hasselhoff hair. Friends who are actually famous. Biden pardons. Knowing Eric Atwood. Taking the heels means a lot to older generations, as Laurel and Old Soul. But I would have killed back in the
For the heels of the bread.
Depression. I would have. Okay, good, but you didn't, and we're not, and so stop making me feel bad about it. Being 6 degrees away from Kevin Bacon. That's weird. That's the second Kevin Bacon answer.
Oh, but you guys are not 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon because we know someone. Well, actually, I met Kevin Bacon once, so...
You met him, though, but you don't know him.
I don't know him,
don't
but
know him.
Adam knows him.
But Adam knows him, so we're 1 degree of separation from Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
So that makes you guys 2 degrees from
Exactly.
Kevin
Then
Bacon.
you know us, and yeah.
We know someone who's friends with Kevin Bacon, so there you go. There it is.
Touch us.
Exactly.
Article in the Desert Sun in high school. That's funny. That's that's actually very funny, Kathy. I love that. Laundry capabilities. Re-virgining. Chicka bow wow. Ugly but great eating food. Great taste in friends. Sassy comebacks. Is this me? This is me. I've got to give this to article in the Desert Sun High School newspaper.
What was the newspaper in high school called?
Yours? I don't know. You'll have to ask Kathy. Yeah, ours was the Spyglass because it was I believe that was a novel by one Robert Louis Stevenson.
Okay.
Noted cocaine freak Robert Louis Stevenson, and boy oh boy were the students of Robert Louis Stevenson when I was there all too happy to follow in his example.
Oh, and be cocaine freaks?
Whoop!
Really?
Oh my God, I knew so many people on coke at that school. Let's see. My therapist.
So I was just talking to someone, and they were like, what drugs have you tried? And I'm like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And they said, well, I bet you've never tried cocaine.
Nor
Because
should
if
you.
I saw you at a party, I'd be like, don't give her any cocaine. And they were kidding.
elsewhere.
But they were not
Shouldn't
kidding.
be.
Because
Yeah.
look at me. I can't have coffee after 11 a.m.
We literally have to shut that off at a certain point because we're a very anxious people. We're a jittery anxious. If we were born as canines, we'd be chihuahuas. I think. My therapist said I need to spend more time doing blank. My therapist said, you're seeing a therapist again. Says I need to spend more time doing blank. The Aztec Action News.
Deep breathing exercise.
Was the name? Apparently, your paper was the Aztec Action News.
That was the morning
Aztec
broadcast.
Action
It was
News.
like a news station that they
Yeah.
would broadcast over the TVs in the classroom.
Okay. You had the closed circuit TV.
Did you have the TVs?
We didn't. We had the radio station.
Oh, okay.
We had the radio station, which was a lot of fun. We should have had. Well, I mean, you could have a news division for the high school radio station, except for the fact, and this is the God's honest truth, nothing happens. Where I went to high school, there's a newspaper called the Pine Cone. And they will, every once in a while, like something big will happen where, some local doctor is involved in some weird sex scandal and, cocaine-fueled sex binge or whatever, and that's interesting. But for the most part, you'll read the police blotter for entertainment, and what passes for crime in that area is hilarious. It is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Eric and Carrie both just referred to each other. Like Eric said, doing my wife.
Doing each other.
Carrie said, doing Eric. So should we leave you guys alone?
Listen, Eric, this is a very good sign,
Yeah,
my friend, because we know
you're gonna get lucky.
We know your position on by position, I suppose, is intended here.
Early morning hugs.
Early morning hugs, and oftentimes, and it's my understanding you're batting maybe about 500, right? In terms of being able to connect the bat with the ball, as it were. It sounds like you guys should maybe just hang up right now, right?
Yeah, just excuse yourselves.
Or this could be a first, or maybe not a first. Somebody actually bones to the only show.
Oh my God.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, allow us to be your aphrodisiac. Oh my God, I want to do this so badly. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You want to do what so bad?
That's. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the only show. We'll get you there.
Yeah.
will get you there, putting you in the mood like nothing puts you in the mood.
Are you gonna write a Barry White song for the outro?
I actually have the Barry White song. I have a Barry White song.
Oh, go ahead.
It's done. No, it's done. I haven't quite finished everything. I'm going to do a video for you guys. I'll have it for you next week. It's done. Let's see. I want to. My therapist said I need to spend more time doing hookers and blow. It's honestly stress release. It's stress release. Chipping wood, expired meat volunteer work, karaoke with Carrie. It's good from the soul. Therapy. My therapist said I need to spend more time doing therapy. Says Kathy. Cleansing. Private time. See Eric. Songs for OS. Carrick. Or is it Carrick?
Carrick.
Trump impressions. Weight Watchers. Dear Lauro, who had the funniest response to my therapist says I need to spend more time doing blank.
Carrick. That's the Brangelina.
Sure it is. Yeah.
Eric
I
and
like
Carrick.
that. Yeah.
They're gone now. They're either mad at us or they're just boning. It's fine. They're like, don't talk about us.
Talk about us boning. We don't care for that.
I'm gonna give it to let's see. I'm gonna give it to Ange for expired meat volunteer work.
That's very funny. Kids, Angie's running away with this thing. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
Let's see.
She won last week too.
Round number 13. Speaking of boning to the only show, I can't get off without blank. I can't get off without blank. But we've talked about this extensively.
Without our voices in the background.
Our voices in the background with the only show.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The only show is an aphrodisiac. Boy, oh boy, the minute that you hear this, just gets those juices flowing, doesn't it? Yeah. So you and I have talked extensively on the show here about one Dave Gahan, the group Depeche Mode, and how
he can't get off.
We were watching when we were doing our dance party last night. We were watching 80s videos, and we watched a video of "Just Can't Get Enough" by Depeche Mode. And honestly, I think, and we're like, were they pinch hitters? We figure only because they just got bored of women. There's like these guys were so unattractive that they're just like, well, in order for us to actually hook up,
I don't think you're allowed to say that anymore.
Am I not? Okay, well, bisexual. Let's say bisexual. They wanted to be in a band so that they could actually have intercourse with female human beings. And then they got so much of it that they're just like, wait a second, is this all there is? Oh, damn. And then they got into all sorts of kinky stuff. And then Laurel and I have this whole thing about Dave. And it's just like, now listen, at this point, I need you to take a kiddie pool. I need you to fill it with lime Jello. It has to be lime.
It has to be lime.
It has to be lime Jello, and you have to fill it at least an eighth of the way the top with Tabasco sauce, and then you have to have at least the 3 goats. They have to be billies. They can't be nannies, and they can't be nannies,
right.
and or I can't get off. And I had to jump from the roof and belly flop into the thing, or I can't get off. It's just gotten more and more baroque for poor Dave.
More specific, right? Like if the Jello's not lime, I can't get off.
Yeah, can't get off.
I've done everything else there is to do. It has to be specific. It's unique experience. But no, I've already done that before. No, I can't.
Let's see. I can't get off without what? Says Eric. I can't get off without Jay-Z, and that's with 3 Z's. And so I wonder if that means sleeping. A life vest, a double fireplace. That's funny. That's a good callback. Tomatoes, making sure the kitchen is clean. Oh boy.
That's you.
Yeah, it kind of is. Honestly, I have to make sure that the dishwasher is. I just I don't want to think about anything else. Well, it's asylum. You. Taking the rubber bands off. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Barefoot science. The water pressure being just right. Fresh batteries. Test results. Is this you? This is you. Here, dear Lauro. Paying the fare. D-cell batteries.
Where are the D-cell batteries going, Eric?
I was going to say, we get that answer from Kathy, but from you, Eric, I'm not really sure.
Know that.
And maybe I don't want to know.
Oh, maybe he's putting them in his...
Oh, right. That's a callback to the stuff.
Which hole would that go in?
Stuck up your rectum. Well, there's only one where it could ostensibly fit.
battery would go.
Can't fit up the urethra. Can't fit up the
You were
keyhole.
grossing out about that urethra question, right? I was like, why is someone taking a straw wrapper and rolling it up? And you're like, no, I don't want to hear that anymore. Nope.
No, thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, for making us talk about that, I'm going to give it to Eric for D-cell batteries.
Okay, are we on round number 15 now?
14.
Oh, geez. Really? Oh, wow. All right.
Did you run out of questions?
Yeah, I've run out of questions
Oh,
and
geez.
patience.
Okay, wow.
And patience. 9:10. Let's see. So Laurel and I have been using ChatGPT for everything.
For everything.
And by the
Everything.
way, you can. Like, I'm using it to help.
Therapy?
The therapy, I'm using it to help me. It's actually been a great poetry and song lyric editor. It's helping me plan out my 2025. I've been just talking. When my mom was in the hospital and I had a bunch of questions for the doctors, it's going over her test results with me, and like, you need to ask about it. It's amazing.
No lie, today I used it to do
Incredible.
a competitive analysis on a specific genre of book, and it did a better job than I could have done.
And on all this for $19.99 a month.
It was like the covers of these books are 40% purple. I'm like, oh my God.
It's fucking unbelievable. Anyway, other uses for ChatGPT. Other uses for our friend ChatGPT. Reflexively, compulsively, almost heartbreakingly polite and helpful. It really is. It's so differential. Stefan,
Do you say please and thank you to ChatGPT?
I do. I can't
do
help
too.
myself. And the reason
I do
why,
too.
and
It's working so hard. I want to thank
it's
you.
working. It's doing the most.
Yeah.
Do you do this thing too where you'll ask it a very complicated question and it'll take the time to answer it and you feel obligated to follow up and be like, okay, well, thank you for that, and let me unpack. And then you think to yourself, wait, it doesn't care if I get back to it today, tomorrow, never. It doesn't care. It answered the question. But there are times where I'll think to myself, oh fuck, it took so much time to answer this question in such detail. I should at least respond and go, well, thank you, and so and ask some form of follow up. Do you feel that compulsion?
Well, sometimes though it gets it wrong, and I go right, but what about this? And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to offend it. It works so hard.
I know
on that
it
question.
works so hard on that question. We don't want to offend the guy or gal. I don't know, and I can't even gender ChatGPT, which is fine. I don't need to gender it.
ChatGPT is a they them.
I suppose. I suppose it's intersex. I don't really know. Gender neutral, perhaps.
I ask it to pretend to be Eric texting me back. Says Ange.
You could. If you fed a bunch of Eric's texts. Well, you'd have to feed Eric's texts into it in order for it to pretend to be Eric. And because those texts don't exist, and maybe that wouldn't work. Other
Eric
uses
texted me back one text this week. It was, for what?
That's funny.
I'm like, okay.
I mean, of course, the irony in all of this is if, like, my mom's pipes freeze and blow up in the middle of the night.
Eric's there for you.
Thanks, Voodoo Steve. Eric shows up on a fucking like is it Memorial Day? Is that when your birthday usually falls?
It's my birthday is January 12th.
When did we celebrate your birthday when Ange and Fuzz are here? Well, we got Voodoo Steve. Anyway, there was a holiday the next day. It was a Sunday, and the next day was a Monday, which was a holiday. Veterans Day. It's one of those.
Martin Luther King Day.
Something like that. And
What's
Eric,
the one in January?
President's Day, maybe.
Okay.
It's President's Day. And Eric just fucking shows up because that's the kind of guy he is. So maybe he won't text you back, but he's a fucking Mitch. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Atwood. I know what song we're gonna play for the for our.
Do we have a Voodoo Steve song?
No, we just
Christina
have.
said, please play this Voodoo Steve song, but I don't think we have that.
I don't think we
song,
have one.
Do we?
Let's see. So other uses for ChatGPT: trolling dark MAGA. My kids hate ChatGPT. It totally pisses off teenagers. Good. More for us. Formulating an escape. Is it because it refuses to write their term papers for them? Formulating an escape plan. Bonnie's best friend. I asked it to pretend to be Eric. Yeah. Making millennials afraid that I might actually compete in the workplace. Hi-oh. Let's see. Christmas cards. Insomnia. Eric's is texting people back. Completing a doctorate. Diagnosing my symptoms that the doctor says are all caused by excess BMI. TPG chat. TGPT to make a Voodoo Steve song. Okay,
that's the one thing it can't do. It can't write. It's not
It
funny.
can write music,
and it
but
can't
it can't write lyrics.
Songs.
It can't write lyrics. It can write. It can write like it can write classical music. It can write it can't write guitar rock, but it can write like EDM, and it's good. It's actually good at that. But I don't feel any personal threat from one ChatGPT. This is me, right? Of course. Oh wait, no, this is 14. This is you.
Okay.
Who had the funniest response to other uses for ChatGPT? Dear
Laura. All right. Boo. I'm going to give it to Kathy for many fun.
We all have irrational fears of what might be lurking under our beds.
Oh, shit. Now I have to give Ray a point for it. It would do anything for love.
It won't do that.
But it won't do that.
We
won't do the butt.
We all have irrational. Don't do the but. Irrational fears for things lurking under a bed. So let's just get right to it. What's lurking under your bed? What is lurking under your bed?
I want to sneeze.
What's now lurking under our bed is some Christmas stuff that we took down.
Had to do it.
You know,
It was
Christmas pillowcases. That's
Off.
it.
Christmas
Christmas is
off.
off. Christmas flew into the fire like that Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
from,
Ann sent us that video of
Yeah.
do we have it? Well, I can't play it anyway. But it's this video of this Tinkerbell, this flying Tinkerbell little. I guess it looks like a drone robot,
It's like
right?
a toy. Right?
And it's Christmas morning, obviously, and somebody has just opened it up, and it's like, oh, it's charged up, how exciting! And there goes Tinkerbell, she's flying, and then it flies right into the fire and drops, and it's like, ah!
And it's gone.
And
like
it's
Christmas.
gone. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Who lives at 8675309? Says Christina. ChatGPT can tell you.
Jenny, who could I turn to?
To whom can I turn? I'm just compulsively going through and correcting the grammar of rock songs. Let's see. So, my long lost skin cells. What's lurking under your bed? That is true. They say actually that something obscene around 60% of a mattress's weight after about 5 years is just dead human skin cells.
That's
kind of
disgusting.
horrifying. Let's see. My high school sweetheart is lurking under your bed. Christina, I never knew that you have sort of Dexter-like tendencies. The remains of my past. The skeletons from my closet. The skeletons of her closet are under her bed. That's very funny. That's Julie the Hamster. ChatGPT. Emergency Xanax.
Julie the Hamster, that's a 4-year-old reference.
That is. That's a deep cut.
Well done.
Random ChatGPT responses. Define lurking, says David. Give it to David. That's good. I like that. That's a fine answer. So there we go. To-do list, my cat's dinner. So we have arrived at the point tallying portion of this evening's program, and of course that means it's time for either a song or a video.
I think you would like to write a song.
No. I know precisely what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this.
Text me back. He's in demand, he's always working non-stop. He leaves his lunch in his car so it gets nice and hot. He'll make you guacamole and a lemon drop. He'll show up on your deck, but he won't text you back. Never expensive, super impressive. He's the contractor who's somehow progressive. Romantic comedies are his jam. I think he maybe has a crush on Hugh Grant. If it's broken, he can fix it. He's the one you want in a zombie apocalypse. Eric is a man who's monkey strong, but he won't return your text all day long. But I'll never text you back. Text me back.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, fine man. On Eric Quigley Atwood.
Not the Ken Burns effect, the slow pan
You like that,
on
the slow
Eric's
pan on it.
face.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, dear Laura, do we have a winner for this week?
It seems that Kathy and Ange have to.
Hey, all right.
Yes. They both had their funniest pants on this
Exceptional.
evening. Yes.
Okay, so
that means that we'll go to another round where someone else will win.
Yeah, exactly. So listen, you can tell that I'm a hipster by the way I blank. You can tell I'm a hipster by the way that I blank. Beep, 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 beep. This is the final round. This is round 16, which we finally figured out after years. That's the tiebreaker round. We used to go to round 14 and they do the tiebreaker on 15. I don't know what I was thinking.
We're playing for a wood chipper. No, I'm kidding.
We are, yeah. Tonight's winner receives a slightly used wood chipper. Now with downspout protection.
Now with downspout protection. Yeah. Now that I found the downspout, so it's complete again. So
oh my goodness.
It won't hurt your hands.
Holy God. You can tell by the hipster by the way I use my walk, says Christina.
I'm a woman's man.
Grease my mustache.
My mustache.
Kids. Oh my goodness. This has been a fabulous night tonight.
Kids.
It's made up for Christmas, man. It's made up for the fact that we couldn't be together on Christmas. I really, I had regrets, but now we actually got to spend a fine Saturday night together.
You can tell I'm hipster by the way that I Ken Burns effect.
Yeah.
Ken Burns effect.
Tie my flannel around my waist. Remember that was a thing? Sure.
I used to do that.
But we all did. It is very, very interesting to me that you really used to be able to track particular eras by specific fashion trends and clothing and hairstyles, and you just can't do that anymore.
You can't?
No, there's really no, like, if you saw a photo of 2010 and now, the only thing that you would notice that has changed, certainly not the styles, is like cell phones, you could tell with the cell phone, and cars. That's basically it, right? Mm-hmm. You can't tell with the styles. The styles are basically the same. It's every person for themselves. Everybody just dresses exactly the way that they want to, and who gives a shit anymore? All right, so let's see. Tell I'm a hipster by the way that I use my walk.
I feel like 20 or 30 years from now, you will be able to tell the difference.
Perhaps.
Right?
We'll see.
Are you still sick? You're still sick, aren't you?
No, I just a little snot there.
God, that flu's never going away. You have it forever.
It had staying power.
No, it did.
Let's see. Ken Burns effect. Tie my flannel around my waist. Curated the internet. Hi, that's funny. Hipster, by the way, I curated the internet. Wear a hat instead of a man bun. Watch Portlandia reruns. Let's go ahead and vote. And I think everybody's in at this point. So I am in denial. You can tell my hipster by the way that I'm in denial, says David. Let's go ahead and start voting. Oh, Ann says Sex in the City carries laptop. Apple is upside down and it freaks me out. Oh, Ray. Okay, steal. You can tell that he's a hipster by the way. He steals this round like Ricky Henderson, who just passed away. The Man of Steel, STEAL. Let's go ahead and start voting. Start voting right now on who you believe. Crowdsourcing this one, as usual. Who had the funniest response to you can tell I'm a hipster by the way that I blank. The
laptop Apple is upside down? That's weird. I'm going to notice that forever now.
They figured out that the way primarily that the top of their laptop was seen was not by the user with it closed, but by people who were walking by when it's open. Right? So it's situated this way so that when you sit at Starbucks working on your screenplay, the Apple logo is right way up. But the previous models had it the other way so that when you closed it all the way down, you would look at it that way.
Weird.
But when you would open it, the Apple would be upside down. Isn't that weird?
And that's how you tell it's from a long time ago?
That's how you tell it's from a long time ago. Well, that also and the fact that the laptops at that time were about that thick, right? The size of a fucking dictionary. And that is time. Dear Laura, who had the most upvotes?
It does seem that Kathy and Ann are still tied.
Kathy and Ann's still tied. Okay, well, we're just going to call it a tie game tonight, kids. This has been fabulous. Really lots of fun.
Which one of you wants a wood chipper?
You both get wood chippers. No. Those two really competed.
They really
went for
did.
It,
they really did.
Went head to head. All right, kids. Any news? I think, but the next time we speak, it's going to be 2025, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It is.
Nobody's
looking forward to that.
Speaking of MacBooks, mine has 10% battery left. But
Oh.
any announcements? Any news? Any what's going on here?
So, kids, we just love you guys.
Any updates?
Merry Christmas. We're sorry that we weren't able to be here, but
We're sorry we let you down for Christmas.
well,
we were looking forward to it.
it was force majeure. There's nothing that anybody could have done to change that. But it was sad that we didn't get a chance to hang out together. But I feel better.
It was a
having hung out
sadness
tonight.
for all of us, believe me.
Yeah.
The sadness is all on this side
All
of the
on
table.
this side of the table.
Yeah.
But we love you, kids, and we will see you guys next week. Any final words, Joe Laurel?
Oh, we're missing Scott Coates. That's
Yeah,
who's
Scotty
missing.
Coates. Scotty Coates didn't
Have to
join us.
check
tonight.
up on him.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that. All right, kids. Here we go. All right, bye.